We start with energy per unit volume, right? We know that du over dv is equal to 1 over 2 epsilon naught E squared. E is the electric field. And by Gauss's law, we know that electric field is K Q R over R cubed. Little r is running from center to inside the sphere, right? So then let's go ahead and put that back in there. So then we have du over dv, 1 over 2 epsilon naught k squared q squared r squared over r to the 6th. Now I'm going to bring the dv in there, so then du becomes 1 over 2 epsilon naught k squared q squared r squared over r to the 6th times 4 pi r squared dr. This is the surface area of this little strip right here, dr. Okay. Now let's clean this up a little bit. Also remember k is 1 over 4 pi epsilon, right? Epsilon naught. And then we have du is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught q squared and r to the 4th dr on top. And then we have 2 r to the 6th. And now k squared came down as 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught squared, so 16 pi squared epsilon naught squared. So I'm going to write here, I'm going to say k squared, okay? Now we see that we need to integrate this from 0 to r. And you see the only integrand element is the r to the 4th dr. To r to the, well actually I'm going to put r to the 6th inside, and you'll see why I'm doing that in a minute. R to the 6th here, and epsilon naught out, and r to the 4th dr from 0 to r. And now at this point I want to go back to rho. Remember rho, the density? That's q over volume, okay, which is q over 4 pi r cubed over 3. Now I want to I want to get rho back in there. So for that, I'm going to focus on this term right here. So if you look at that term, q squared 16 pi squared r to the 6th, this is almost equal to q squared over v squared if we get somehow a 9 here, right? So to get a 9, then we need to multiply this by 9. Okay? So that is the part needs to be addressed here. So I'm going to get 4 pi epsilon naught, okay? And in the denominator we have 2 epsilon naught squared, and I'm going to write this in red so you can see it. The other part is q squared over 16 pi squared r to the 6th over 9, okay? Also times 1 over 9 still there. And the final part is the r to the 4th dr is r to the 5 over 5, 0 to r. So then you get r to the 5th over 5, okay? So now this whole thing is rho squared, and get rid of the epsilon naught, one of the epsilon naught. So what do you have here? U is equal to 4 pi, okay, r to the 5th over, well, rho squared, of course, and all over, what do we have? 2 times 9 is 18, so 2 times 9 times 5 epsilon naught, okay, which is 4 pi r to the 5th rho squared over 90 epsilon naught, or if you want to reduce it one more time, 2 pi r to the 5th rho squared over 15 epsilon naught. Either one is the correct answer. That's it. Okay, bye.